Judith Durham, good morning, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
Thank you, Michael. Oh, I feel very, very thrilled and excited and overwhelmed, to be honest. The messages of congratulations have been incredible, but also, you know, other people being honoured in the list, Deborah Cheetham in particular. It's so fantastic when music gets any sort of an honour, and I'm just so grateful.
Was it a complete shock?
It's an overwhelming, yes, experience for all of us. Obviously, I wish that Athol, Keith and Bruce could have been here with me today to share this incredible accolade. But yeah, it's just such another dimension for us, you know. But it's fascinating watching the footage that you were just showing. That's almost 50 years ago. We've now celebrated our Golden Jubilee. And to see me singing back then and to think life was ahead of us at that point. Another 50 years, we never dreamt all four of us would still survive, and to be able to share what excitement has been recently, because we've just finished the Albert Hall concert, only just literally, we've come back from the plane. You know.
That's right.
So it is just so amazing to be here to talk to you about this wonderful honour, and very, very grateful.
Let's go back to those early days, because when you burst on the scene, and folk music was something that was really loved and recognised back then, and there were some great groups around. I know that you took some inspiration from America in particular. How did you, the four of you, see your career? What were you hoping might be the best thing you could achieve at that time?
Well, we literally, we sang our way to England, just like so many Aussies did. We wanted to get here as cheaply as, back to England as cheaply as possible.
Yep.
And we only were going to come for 10 weeks. So we had our trip booked to go back home as well. So it took us completely by surprise that suddenly we were becoming pop stars. Within 6 months, we were #1 around the world, so it completely took us by surprise. I never dreamt I was going to be a pop star, and I certainly didn't think I had anything that it took to be a pop star. So it's the biggest surprise for me to realise I'm supposedly, and still am, a pop star. How could that be? Yeah, so look, the whole thing, everything, and to have this honour today, it's all a surprise, and all of us value it enormously. And now to be told that we have made a contribution that's so valued. And to think that for even older Australians, it's really important that older Australians can have some sort of something to aspire to keep you going, because you know, you feel like life must surely be coming to an end. And particularly with me having the brain hemorrhage only a year ago, I never dreamt that I'd still be able to do it. And so, you know, you've got to start somewhere. You've got to take a chance, and you don't know how you'll be, but you can't assume, oh, it's not going to be very good, because I would have been one of those people. I would have said, well, I probably won't be any good and I'd better not try, you know. So for me now at this age to think, well, I'll just take one step and who knows what may happen. So you have to just try something and see what happens, and that's what's happened, you know.
You mentioned the brain hemorrhage about a year ago. A remarkable comeback, Judith, because it was quite dicey there for a period, wasn't it, for you?
I had no idea what the future held. I just wanted to be open. I tried to not have any expectation. I just thought, I mean, obviously I needed to learn to write again, and various things needed to be overcome, so I had a lot of therapy in that way. I'm very, very grateful to the doctors and therapists, and many people aren't as fortunate as me. But I could see that I could at least sing again, and that was worth, okay, well, I've got a voice, so that's all I needed. I didn't know what else I'd need. So, you know, but you must, it seems like you just must take a step in a direction where you leave it a possibility. Just think, well, it's possible I could sing again, or it's possible I could do this or that. So I want to encourage other people, especially at our age, to do that.
That's a nice attitude, and it also takes the pressure off yourself as well, which is I have to get back to full capacity, when, you know, we never know what twists and turns are going to be around the corner for us.
That's right, and with our Golden Jubilee tour, I had to try. There was no way that I was going to find out whether I could, unless I actually stepped on the stage.
Yep.
So until that moment of stepping on the stage where you know everybody's going to be watching you, listening for you, but you have to be there, then you can't think, oh, it probably won't be any good. So that's the important thing, is to just be open and allow other people to find out with you whether or not you can do it.
Well, you're the singer, you're the artist here, and you've been taking care of this voice and you know, been living with it for so long. When you step on stage and you performed those London performances, how would you describe your voice these days, as opposed to how it's been over the years?
Well, I know a bit more about how to care for my health. Health issues are huge. That's my priority now. to eat in a certain, because I have a serious lung condition, so I have to eat a certain way, follow certain guidelines. It's a fairly disciplined way of life, especially when I'm just about to walk on stage. That's my first step. It helps me with my breathing, etc. So I need to do that, and then once I've taken those steps, and that's not drinking, not smoking, all the things people want to do, but you've got to do that, put those guidelines in place. If I've done that, then I find, in fact, that my voice has improved. It's hard to comprehend, but it has actually, with this recent tour, it has improved.
Well,
there's me.
We can hear you there, and that's the same voice. That's and as you say, possibly even with some deeper inflections to it. So
it's surprising. I didn't dream that would happen. Yes, I was expecting it to be a lot more croaky, but it certainly hasn't been. So far, so good.
Did you ever imagine, Judith, let's go back to 1964, you'd still be playing with the Seekers 50 years later?
I didn't imagine anything. The four of us didn't expect to be together after we broke up in 1968.
Well, that's right. I mean, and you know, there are always creative tensions in a group like that. How do you manage to keep it all together personality-wise when you're very different people?
We know we're very different people. We're all very different star signs and everything, but we have but we have a lot of respect for each other. Obviously, the boys have been fantastic. Their whole attitude has been astonishing right from the word go. They are brilliant people, wonderful musicians, of course, totally unique, very, very industrious people, very creative people. So I'm very, very blessed. And of course, we have a similar educational background. We don't discredit our own parents for what they did. My sister, of course, has been brilliant, Beverly Sheehan, absolutely brilliant in our family structures and our whole background, our way of life. Very responsible citizens, as we've always been. And I think, you know, our schooling and everything has a lot to help us there with.
Judith, it's a real pleasure to meet you this morning and to celebrate this award with you. Congratulations again, and go well, stay in good health.
Thank you so very much, and thank you to Australia for this wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
Good on you. Thanks, Judith.
Thanks very much, Judith.